everyone, it's Mrs. Kilby with Pfeffer County 4-H. Sammy is joining us today. You may have remembered from some of our spring and summer videos that Sammy joined us on a lot of those, and this is one of my dogs, and he's such a good pup. He loves listening to stories. Today we're actually celebrating National Pumpkin Day. It actually has its own day. Today is October 26th, and it's a day all about celebrating this wonderful fall fruit. Did you know that actually pumpkins are 90% water? So we're going to read this book called From Seed to Pumpkin, and it has a lot of information on pumpkins from the life cycle and things we can do with them. It's just a really good book. And the author is Wendy Pfeffer and illustrated by James Graham Hale. When spring winds warm the earth, a farmer plants hundreds of pumpkin seeds. Every pumpkin seed can become a baby pumpkin plant. Underground, covered with dark, moist soil, the baby plants begin to grow. And we can see here that those seeds, they've started producing those roots that's grounding them in the soil so they can suck up the nutrients and moisture in the water so they can grow. Another important thing here is worms, and we did a video prior this year on how important earthworms are to our soil. So you can see here the tunnel, they're digging, and they don't even know that they're doing it, but it's so important because it's actually putting tunnels and holes in the ground so the rain, when it goes down, it can go into those tunnels, it loosens the soil so our plants can grow. As the plant gets bigger, the seeds crack open. Stem sprouts up, roots dig down. Inside the roots are tubes. Water travels up these tubes the way juice goes into a straw. So we can see that here, that it sucks it up and it goes through those roots, the tubes inside there. Very similar to how we would drink milk or juice through that straw, like they said. And less than 2 weeks from planting time, green shoots poke up through the earth. So that period of waiting from the time that we planted a seed to the time that it sprouts up is called germination. And for everything that we plant, they have different times of germination. These shoots grow into tiny seedlings. 2 leaves are called seed leaves, uncurled on each stem. They reach way up towards the sun, and that's what these are here. And then after the seed sprouts, the seed leaves, we get mature leaves. Sunlight gives these leaves energy to make food. Like us, plants need food to grow, but green plants do not eat food as we do. Their leaves make it. To make food, plants need light, water, and air. Leaves catch the sunlight. The roots soak up the rainwater, and the little openings in the leaves let air in. Using energy from the sun, the leaves mix the air with water from the soil to make sugar. This is how the plant feeds. Soon, broad, prickly leaves with jagged edges unfold on the stem. The new leaves are rough and prickly, but the seed leaves, which are the first 2, are smooth and round. The seed leaves dry up, you can see that here in this illustration, and now new leaves make food for the pumpkin plant. Each pumpkin stem has many sets of tubes. 1 tube, and each set takes water from the soil up to the leaf so they can make sugar. The other tube in each set sends food back down to the pumpkin so it can grow. The days grow warmer, and the farmer tends the pumpkin patch to keep weeds out. Weeds take away water from the soil, and that's what the pumpkins need in order to grow. So you may see that many gardeners will always weed their flower beds, their gardens, wherever the plants are that they're growing, because we don't want the weeds to take away the good, important things from the soil that we want for our plants. So we pluck them, and it's called weeding. Pumpkin plants don't stand up tall, so our fruits grow on trees, bushes, and vines. And a pumpkin is a fruit that grows on a vine, which means that it stretches out across the ground. As the stems grow longer, they sprawl all over the ground. Before long, twisted, tangled vines cover the pumpkin patch. Soon, flower buds appear on the vines. After each bud opens, its orange petals grow bigger and bigger. They look bright, like orange umbrellas. And here's those beautiful pumpkin flowers, and we can see here, those are the buds. During the heat of the day, the flower closes open. They open again during the cool nights and early mornings. The bright orange flowers attract swarms of bees. The bees buzz about carrying yellow pollen from the male flower to the female flower. Now pumpkins can grow. So those pollinators are essential for our gardens and our flowers, and especially pumpkins. We have to have those bees to go from the male flower to the female flower, and that's called cross-pollination because they're carrying the pollen from one flower to another. And once the flowers have been cross-pollinated, then we get to produce pumpkins. The petals wither away. Where the flowers bloom, tiny hard fruits begin to grow. Hundreds of these cling to the vines, and we can see here we have the flower, and the pumpkin is starting to produce because it was cross-pollinated by those bees. So the bloom is drying up, and then we start to produce, or the vine starts to produce, our tiny pumpkins. The days grow hot all summer. The warm sun and the cool rain helps the tiny fruit to grow larger and larger. Soon summer is over. The corn stalks next to the pumpkin patch turn brown, and leaves on the trees turn red, orange, and yellow. Pumpkins change color too. They change color. Our fruits and vegetables change color to let us know that it's time to harvest. It's ready to pick. So the pumpkin has grown much bigger. It goes from green to a yellow to an orange if it's going to be an orange pumpkin. As they ripen, they change from green to yellow and then to orange. In just 4 months, small, flat, white pumpkin seeds have grown into big orange pumpkins. The pumpkins are ripe and round with lumps and bumps. They come in all sizes and shapes, and they're waiting in the autumn sun. Some pumpkins will be carved into jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. Some will be baked in pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving. Colorful leaves turn brown and winter winds begin to blow, and soon the trees are bare. The farmer looks out over the pumpkin patch where only a few dead vines remain. So we can see what's left from the pumpkin patch here now that it's gone into the next season of winter. But when spring winds warm the earth once again, he will plant hundreds of pumpkin seeds, and once again they will grow from seed to pumpkin. The end. I hope you enjoyed that book. This is a great book about pumpkins and the life cycle. And I hope you enjoy National Pumpkin Day and do something fun with your pumpkins, whether you're painting them or carving them or you're helping make a fun pumpkin treat. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.